Now, I don't know about the squirrels where you live, but the squirrels where I live love to go through my garden containers. I had peppers growing in my garden containers, and every single one of the peppers were pulled off by the squirrels. So I decided to build a temporary structure. I didn't want to do anything permanent because I may change what I do in this area later on this year. I also didn't want to have to worry about buying new material or figuring out what I was going to do. So I just improvised and used what I had on hand. Now, I had an old mini greenhouse that just never ended up working out for me. It kept blowing over in the wind, even though we anchored it down with bricks, and it was pretty sturdy on the ground and still kept blowing over. So we had dismantled it and put it in the shed, and it's been there for almost a year. And I decided to grab some parts and put it together, build a quick structure around the containers. This was done about 3 days ago, and so far, no squirrels have gotten in. So it has worked out for me. And I will put up the video of what that looks like here shortly. And after we built the structure, we went ahead and harvested our first squash. So I'll insert a really short video on that harvest as well. Yeah, as well as the garden update. This is the end result. I'm still fine tuning it. Like some of these connectors or elbows, I'll be capping them off, although it closes off in there. It's not like the water's going to run down the tubes. But I also added netting to the bottom half of the structure. I didn't find it necessary to add netting all the way to the top, but I will do it if I find the squirrels to still be a problem. But in my experience, they don't like to jump over the netting, so they'll typically just leave it alone. And so far, it has worked. I have not had any squirrels in here. I have three different varieties of tomatoes. I have some here growing in containers. They're called tiny Tim tomatoes. I think they're about cherry tomato size, maybe a little bit larger. These are a determinate variety, so there's a set size. They don't continue growing up like a vine. The second variety would be these grape tomatoes here. These are indeterminate, so they will just continue growing along the vine. The third variety are these beefsteak tomatoes. Now these are going to grow a lot larger. I have eggplants in here. Got some poblano peppers, or well, at least the flowers already starting to form. This all needs to be watered again. I have to water once, if not twice a day, because it's so dry out here. This basil has gone to flower, it's gone to seed, so I will save the seeds, but the seeds in here, like if you look underneath, there are these little white seeds. I don't think you can actually see them here, but they are not mature yet. They're actually mature when you see that it's already started to brown. So I'm waiting for all of these here to turn this color so that I can pull the seeds out. I have bush beans here. And check out the watermelons. Now, there are at least 5 of them so far that I've seen. I can't find the other 3, but I know for a fact there's one here. Now, I will end up having to support this with either tulle or a ripped up old shirt, pantyhose, something to secure the weight of this watermelon as it grows bigger so it doesn't fall off the vine. And now that I'm thinking about it, I should have actually planted these maybe somewhere else, because these grow a little bit larger than these over here. These are actually a smaller variety. These are called sugar baby watermelons. And these would have been perfect along this trellis. It would have been much easier to support. But that's okay. Next time. This is cinnamon basil. It's beautiful. It actually has these purple flower stalks. It's becoming way too hot for this broccoli, so this will be moved over into the shade for afternoon shade. And then I have the passion fruit, which has grown very lovely up this trellis.